stop scrolling for a second, because we need to have a very serious conversation about what Apple is actually doing behind the scenes. If you looked at the recent leaks for the 2026 Apple TV and thought, oh, cool, another box to watch Netflix, you are completely missing the bigger picture. You're looking at a tree, but Apple is planting a forest. After analyzing the leaked specifications, the new chip architecture, and the rumored aggressive pricing strategy, I am convinced that Apple isn't building a streaming device anymore. They're secretly building a Trojan horse. They are designing a machine specifically engineered to take over your entire living room. And more importantly, they're building the game console that could kill the casual gaming market forever. Let's look at the hard evidence, specifically the silicon. Why on earth would Apple put an A17 Pro, or potentially even an A18 or A19 chip inside a device that just plays movies? It makes absolutely no sense if you look at it superficially. A 4K movie stream requires a tiny amount of processing power. You could run the Netflix app on a literal calculator or a 10-year-old smartphone. Putting an iPhone 15 Pro level chip or something even stronger inside a set-top box is like putting a Ferrari engine inside a golf cart. It is complete overkill, unless, of course, the engine isn't there for the movies. It is there for something much more demanding. It is there for gaming. This changes everything. For years, real gamers have laughed at Apple. We all remember the failed attempts, the bad controls, and the lack of titles. But 2026 is going to be different. The new Apple TV is rumored to support hardware-accelerated ray tracing. By bringing this technology to a box that might cost less than $150, Apple is creating a device that is significantly more powerful than the Nintendo Switch and arguably rivals the Xbox Series S in raw efficiency. Think about the average person, the casual gamer who plays FIFA, Call of Duty Mobile, or Fortnite. Do they really want to spend $500 on a massive, bulky console and $70 for every single game? Or would they rather spend $99 on a tiny, sleek box that hides behind their TV and plays those exact same games with console-quality graphics? This leads us directly to Apple Arcade. Apple has been quietly courting the biggest developers in the world, and we're already seeing Resident Evil and Assassin's Creed running natively on iPhones. The 2026 Apple TV is the dedicated home console for these games. Imagine starting a game on your phone while you're on the bus, walking through your front door, and instantly continuing that exact same game on your 65-inch TV in 4K resolution. That continuity is the killer feature. Sony and Microsoft can build powerful boxes, but they cannot build a lifestyle. But there's a second layer to this master plan: Apple Intelligence. AI is the buzzword of the decade, but on a TV, it actually matters. The current Apple TV interface is clean, but it's dumb. It doesn't really know who is watching. The 2026 model, powered by that massive new chip, will introduce a version of Siri that actually works. We're talking about a voice assistant that understands context. Right now, finding a movie is a nightmare of scrolling through separate apps. With new on-device AI, you could just say, Siri, show me that movie where the guy fights the bear in the snow, and it finds The Revenant instantly, regardless of which app it's on. It solves the biggest problem with modern streaming: decision paralysis. Now, we have to talk about the price, because this is the psychological weapon Apple is using. If the rumors of a $99 or $129 price point are true, this is a loss leader strategy. They want this box in every single HDMI port in the world because once you have an Apple TV, the trap snaps shut. You're statistically far more likely to subscribe to Apple TV Plus, sign up for Apple Fitness Plus, or buy a HomePod. It is the cheapest entry drug into the Apple lifestyle. Speaking of HomePods, the 2026 Apple TV, equipped with Thread and Matter support, is designed to be the one ring to rule them all. Because it's hardwired to your internet and plugged into endless power, it is the perfect, reliable smart home hub. Apple wants to control your lights, your locks, and your cameras. And here is the kicker: privacy. By processing all that data locally on the device, it is faster and more private than Alexa or Google Assistant. So, when you look at the 2026 Apple TV, stop looking at it as a competitor to the Roku or the Fire Stick. Those are just sticks. The new Apple TV is a computer. It is a game console. It is a smart home commander. It is an AI assistant. It is 4 devices rolled into one, hidden inside a boring black square. This is why I'm telling everyone to wait. Even if you don't care about gaming, the longevity of this device is going to be insane. A chip this powerful means this box will receive software updates for 7, maybe 8 years. We are watching a shift in strategy that we haven't seen since the launch of the original iPhone. Apple is done playing nice. They're coming for your console, they're coming for your smart home, and they're doing it at a price point that makes it impossible to say no. I want to hear your theory on this. Can a $99 box really replace an Xbox for the average person? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.